Hey YouTube, it's Zach, and Bank of Canada just did their rate announcement and they are going to be holding the rates. This comes as not surprising, fantastic, and not fantastic news at the same time. Depends on who you are and what you're looking to do. Before I get into the video, I wanted to say one thing. If you're watching this today, and I did post it on December the 6th, it means I was able to shoot, edit, and post the video on December the 6th when Tiff, my best buddy, announced the rates. I usually try to shoot it and then I end up. Today, I said I'm going to do everything I can, even if I stay up very late, just to get this video delivered to you guys on time. Just hit the like button. It will help out the channel a lot. This rate announcement does not come as a surprise. Almost everyone was anticipating that the rates are going to be held again. So this is the second time Bank of Canada holds the rates. They held it in their October 26th announcement, and they're holding it now. And their next announcement is going to be in January. So we can continue the rest of the year with this exciting news of rates staying the same. The reason why this is no surprise to anyone is because although Bank of Canada constantly says things like, oh, we're looking at the inflation rate to determine where the policy rate should be, because our main focus is to bring inflation to a target of 2%. But between me and you, we both know it's not true. If it was true, they would have not stopped increasing the interest rates, because our inflation rate is still at about 3%, 3.5%. And in the past, Tiff Macklem did say, I know we didn't hit the target yet, but we're going to let the interest rates work their way through the system. But here's the thing. The only thing we're really doing is we're just copying the US with their interest rates. Because if we don't do that, our very special Canadian dollars will start devaluing against the US dollar, and then we'll start importing inflation. That's when our Canadian dollar would become weaker against the US, so everything we buy from them or anywhere in the world will become more expensive, because the world's reserve currency is the US dollar for now, apparently. You might be thinking to yourself, Zach, you said this was an exciting but not so exciting news. How come you're happy and not happy at the same time? Great question, let me tell you. The reason why I'm very happy that interest rates are on hold and everyone's now talking about potentially interest rates starting to go down is that, one, people who purchased their homes and have very large mortgages or even smaller mortgages that are going to be renewing in the near future, those guys will now be experiencing an insane increase in their mortgage payments. Before you jump in the comments and say, you know what, these guys, they deserve it. They should have not jumped and gotten a huge mortgage. They deserve it. They've inflated property values and it's their mistake and they should be paying for it.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
The matter of fact is that Bank of Canada decreased interest rates to almost 0%, told everyone that it's going to stay low for a very long time.
Interest rates are very low, and they're going to be there for a long time.
And encouraged people to go out and spend money to stimulate the economy.
Is that the bank will be there to provide monetary stimulus for an extended period to support the recovery and to return inflation to the 2% target.
That's number one. And number two is, if you buy a house, a primary residence, for as much money as you can, let's say $2 million, any growth on that home is exempt from capital gains tax. So that in itself encourages people to go out and buy the biggest possible house that they can afford, because any gains they see will be tax exempt. The second reason why I'm happy about these rates staying the same is that there are people who are going to get their mortgages renewed in the next little while. In fact, 60% of people's mortgages are going to be coming to a renewal. And these are people who purchased their homes a while ago. So these are not pandemic buyers who jumped on the market trend and tried to buy as much home as possible. These are people who would be impacted if the interest rates stay very high for a long time. On the flip side, the reason why I'm not too excited about this news is because this is going to signal to every buyer on the market who's waiting on the sidelines that we've hit the bottom, which means that we're going to start seeing a lot more buyers. And I'm happy for my seller clients, but for people who are going to be buying right now, especially with the prices the way they are at the current interest rates, even if you were waiting on the sidelines, prices are going to start going up. Your affordability is not getting any better anyway. In fact, the top 10% of income earners in Canada can't afford to buy the average home. So something has to give, and this is not it. I'm going to be making a video on mortgage renewals and what percentage of them will be coming up for renewal in the next little while. Kind of help us predict when Bank of Canada might start cutting rates. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss on that one. This whole interest rate cuts, increases, everything that they've done in the past little while, it kind of feels like this. Let me show you. Okay, so I got it. I was looking for some props, but we have some candy and plates in the office, so I'm going to try and use it to kind of explain how it feels. This whole interest rate were high, then they brought it so low, then it went back up really quickly, went down again, now it's back up. It kind of feels like this. So imagine this to be the population of Canada. We have some, the top 1%, the ultra rich. You know what? Give me 1 second. Okay, the ultra rich, they're up here, we can't even see them, so they're off the frame. And then we have the middle class, and we have some, hardworking, paycheck to paycheck. Actually, I mean, in Canada, it's almost the poverty line at this point, slightly above the poverty line. People who are working hard to get to the middle class. That is also almost above the poverty line at this point in Canada. So the interest rate hikes and drops feels almost like this. Yeah, buy a house. We're going to keep it low.
Sorry?
The servicing costs on the debt that you're going to have to carry, that you're adding to now.
Interest rates are at historic lows, Glenn.
Money.
No.
It's still a lot of money.
No.
And now we almost have nobody left in the middle class in Canada. So things are getting a little bit exciting, yeah? Anyway, some reports are saying that the Federal Reserve will start cutting rates by April of next year, and the cuts are going to be by about 125 basis points, and that Bank of Canada is going to start cutting rates as well in the next year. They're going to do about 150 basis points. Of course, this is going to lead into consumer confidence, and we're going to probably spike the inflation, so things might work out in a weird way where we might see more rate cuts. No one knows what's going to happen in the market. Thank you for watching this video. I do have a very interesting video coming up in the next couple of days. I'm still in the process of editing it, but I have a good feeling that you're going to love it. I'll try and put it up here when I have it ready. But for now, if you see a video down here, YouTube picked that one for you. Apparently, it's going to be something that is based on your interest. So just click on that, watch it. I'm sure you're going to like it as much as you like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.